Alright, so pretty sure I just got the urban no moving second place record. First round starting here. I zoom into that post, I see Tirana or Tirana. Scroll right in. We're at like a major intersection here. Pretty big road. I see buildings to my south and sort of a park to my southwest. Looking for landmarks or street signs or something. I know we have to be somewhere around here with one of these parks. Look around a bit. Looking for a street sign, I think, and I find one there. Ruga Barika Dave or Barika Dave. Not sure how to pronounce it, but now I'm going in and looking at all the parks, trying to find one where a park's to my southwest and I'm on this road. I look around for a bit. And I eventually find it's not that one, it's more of a square park. I go up north, and there I see the name of the street. The intersection matches and the park also matches. So I guess there, and that's right on. Round 2, I look around a bit. It looks to be USA. I see DC on the car there, as well as a giant American flag right there. So I go into the Washington, DC. Now I'm looking for landmarks and or road signs. I see 13th Street there, as well as F. I don't see F right away, so I'm looking for the other street, but I know I saw 13. So I get in, I find 13, and then I'm looking for some sort of landmark. I end up not finding the landmark, but I go back into the street sign here, and I see F. So I see L, K, H, G, and there's F. Plop the marker down. 5K. Round 2, this one's a pretty easy one. I don't notice right away, but once I turn around, boom, Sydney Opera House. So I know I'm on the bridge near there. Scroll in. This one takes me a while to pinpoint just because I'm on a good pace here and I don't want to mess this up by missing too long, but I line up the compass north-south, and I notice, you'll see here in a second, I line up north-south. Come on. Here we go. I line up north-south, and the Opera House is more towards the east than directly south, which lines up where I am on the bridge here. So I hit guess. I get it. This next round, I notice the Portuguese. Scroll in .pt, so I know I'm in Portugal. I guess Lisbon right away. It threw me off a little bit. This car next to me says Guimarães or Guimarães. So I take a quick look on the map to make sure that's not a city. I look around a bit. I don't see it, so I just bet on Lisbon. And then also, given how narrow these passages are, these roadways, I figured we had to be pretty close to the center. Once I turn around, you'll see, as well as the architecture. The architecture is really old. You can sort of see it's reminiscent of a downtown. There's footpaths and really narrow streets. So I see Rua de Vitoria and Rua dos Sapateiros or something like that. And there's really no other distinguishing landmarks around me, so I sort of thought this was lost on this round. I get really lucky on where I zoom in. So I sort of get into the map, and I go more towards the center of town, sort of the downtown area, which is like the pale color on the map. And right when I zoom in, I see Vitoria there. And then a few seconds later, I see Dos Sapateiros. Drop the marker, and it's a 5K. Now this next round, I'm on pace for a really good time here. This is only 4 minutes in, and this is a repeat round. I thought initially it was like the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I ended up being wrong there. So if I would have gotten the city right initially, I probably would have been on pace for the world record here, the first place world record. Unfortunately, it takes me a few minutes to find exactly where I am. So I turn around here behind me, get the road name or road street. It's 8th Street. So I plot my marker down there, and I'm looking for the Hyatt Hotel or the Omni Hotel, as well as like the Hyatt building. Just trying to identify these landmarks, and I see they're to my west. So I spent some time here looking around the Dallas area and the Fort Worth area, and none of them really make sense to me. I couldn't really nail it down. So I'll be doing a bit of fooling around here, just messing with things. I zoom into Dallas, but there's really no. I don't see like numbered streets like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I kind of get out of there and I go back to Fort Worth because I found 8th Street, but none of the landmarks really made sense to me. So I'm looking for the Omni Hotel as well as the Hyatt building and like the Hyatt apartments that are to my northeast. It takes me a while here to realize that we're actually not in Dallas Fort Worth, we're in Austin. So that's a bit of my repeat getting to me. It had been a while since I got this repeat, but I knew it was Texas, and I'm just looking around for these landmarks, and I'm just not finding them. So I think I head back over to Dallas here in a second and look over there. I even check Arlington, I think once or twice, but this is too big of a downtown to be Arlington. It's got to be one of the bigger cities in Texas. So I'm just here. I'm not seeing anything that looks right to me. I mean, there's the Hilton and the Hampton hotels, but I'm not seeing the Omni Hotel, which is like directly to my west here. You can see it there, Omni Hotel. Bank of America as well. I'm just not seeing those places there, so I head out. Check Arlington. I'm like, no, it's too small. I go back over to Dallas, and none of the directions make sense here in Dallas. I don't see the 8th Street. I don't see the Hyatt building or the Omni Hotel. So I think eventually here pretty soon I scroll out and get down into Austin, Texas, where this actually ends up being. There's a parking garage there, and then that's the Hyatt apartments or whatever. You can see sort of Hyatt on the building there. So at this point I'm sort of scrambling. I know I'm on a really good pace. I give up on Fort Worth, Dallas, and I go back down to Austin. And immediately this starts making sense to me. There's 7th Street, 8th Street. There's the Hyatt Regency, so I know this is the right city now. So I find 8th Street, and we're actually on the other side of this interstate here. So I get into 8th. I'm like, no, this doesn't look right to me. I keep going. Yeah, keep going. I'm looking for the Omni Hotel. I see it there, Omni Austin Hotel downtown. And now I'm just lining up trying to find the right parking garages. Eventually this makes sense to me. It's about a block over to my west. 8th Street's to my north. There's the parking garage. Just double checking before I send it, but this looks good to me. I hit it, 5K. Game breakdown, and it's a 7 minute 39 seconds, which I believe is good for second place.